How's it going, guys, and welcome to the channel. So in today's video I'm going to be going over my favorite legendary weapons that dropped in LightFall, and we have some great perks that make using these weapons so much fun, like hatchling, destabilizing rounds, and envious assassin. So sit back and let's get started. So first on the list is Synchronic Roulette, the 600 RPM precision frame SMG. Now this can be obtainable by farming the terminal overload down in Liming Harbour. Now this can drop with some really cool traits in the first and second slot. So in the first column you've got things like Under Pressure, Envious Assassin and Keep Away, and in the second column you've got Hatchling and Kill Clip, with a really cool origin trait of nanotech tracer rockets. Landing multiple hits turns your next shot into a homing micro rocket. When it comes to the magazine, personally for me, I like flared magwell because I love a faster reload speed. I'm not too worried about range when it comes to an SMG because you're going to be up close and personal to enemies anyway. But if stability is more your thing, you could run, say, ricochet rounds. And in terms of your barrels, you've got arrowhead break, corkscrew rifling or fluted barrel. They would be the three that I would choose between. But my favourite role is definitely going to be hatchling. Precision final blows or rapidly defeating targets with a non-precision weapon spawns threadlings at the target's location. This role here would fit really well into a threadling build. And accompanying that, I would have Envious Assassin, so rapidly defeating targets with other weapons before drawing this one transfers ammo to the magazine from reserves. So if hatchling's not your thing, you could run Kill Clip, and that is reloading after a kill grants increased damage. Another really good perk, especially for an SMG, because you're going to be doing a lot of damage really quickly, reloading all the time, and you're going to get that extra damage. And in terms of masterwork, ideally you're going to want to be looking for range or reload, and when it comes to your mod, you want to stick miner on so you get that 7% increased damage against miners, or you can put backup mag on. That'll give you an extra 3 rounds in your magazine. And I just want to clarify that the weapons that are in the terminal overload loot pool cannot be crafted. Next on the list is Circular Logic. Now this is an adaptive frame machine gun. This can be obtained by completing a terminal overload when it's at severe concourse. And we can have some fun with this one, because in the first trait column you've got perks like Feeding Frenzy, Keep Away or Envious Assassin. But in the second one it is stacked. We've got Demolitionist, Target Lock, Vorpal and Hatchling. And with that origin trait being nanotech tracer rockets, this makes for a really fun machine gun. In the first trait column I'm going Feeding Frenzy because I love an increased reload speed, and I'm going to get that on each rapid kill with this weapon. And then that's going to be linked up with Target Lock in the next trait column. Target Lock damage increases the longer this weapon remains on a target. If you're running solo, this is a great build. Imagine suspending a champion, whipping this out. Target Lock's going to kick in as soon as you're down a champion. Feeding Frenzy kicks in, you get a faster reload, and you are ready to go again. But other combos could be Feeding Frenzy and Hatchling, Envious Assassin and Hatchling, Demolitionist and Feeding Frenzy. You've also got Vorpal weapon on there as well. So you've got a load of options when it comes to this weapon, and that is why it's one of my favourites. Next up is the Iterative Loot. Now this is a rapid fire frame fusion rifle, which can roll with some really cool perks, and this could be obtained by exploring Neo Numa. So whether you're doing public events, lost sectors, rank up packages with Nimbus, you can get this from a variety of places. This can even spawn from the second chest when you do a terminal overload. This isn't in a terminal overload loot pool, so this can actually be crafted as well. And in terms of the traits you want to be looking for, column 1, you have got Compulsive Reloader and Lead from Gold. Compulsive Reloader I like, so that is grants increased reload speed when close to a full magazine. Now if you're like me, I'm always reloading before I've even run out of my mag, especially on fusion rifles. And Lead from Gold is good as well. Picking up heavy ammo also grants ammo to this weapon. But then in the final column you've got Demolitionist, another really good trait you can do if you want to build towards grenades. But the big daddy, Volt Shot. Reloading this weapon after defeating a target overcharges this weapon for a short period of time, causing it to jolt on its next hit. You want Volt Shot with this. This is an insane perk. And remember, these traits can be enhanced as well. So the role I'm going to be looking for is going to consist of Volt Shot, Compulsive Reloader, Accelerated Coils, and either Arrowhead Break or Fluted Barrel. Next up, Prodigal Return. This Arc Energy Light Frame Grenade Launcher has some fantastic perk combinations, and this could be obtained through the Season of Defiance. So run the seasonal activity and back at the helm when you cash in your engrams and rank up packages, and this can also be crafted as well. So remember, if you have unlocked it, once per week per account, you can go back to the helm if you've unlocked the upgrade. and you can get a guaranteed red border. And in terms of perks, we've got an absolute playground full of them here. In the first column, we've got Field Prep, Threat Detector, Lead from Gold, Envious Assassin, and in the second column, we've got Disruption Break, Rampage, Adrenaline Junkie, Demolitionist, and Vault Shot. And in the second slot, you've got perks like Disorienting Grenades, Spike Grenades, Proximity Grenades, High Velocity Rounds, and Implosion Rounds. And in the first slot, you've got Volatile Launch, Confine Launch, Counter Mass, Hard Launch, Quick Launch, Linear Compensator, and Smart Drift Control. For me personally, I'd probably choose between Vault Shot and Demolitionist. I just think they're absolutely great perks. And in the second column, I'd probably go with Envious Assassin, pure and simply because I could get an extra round in my magazine. But failing that, definitely Lead from Gold is a great one as well. Field Prep isn't too bad either. And then I'd definitely be wanting to go Disorienting Grenades, but a backup to that would be High Velocity Rounds. And then in the first column, I'm going to be looking at maybe Quick Launch, Linear Compensator. Hard Launch isn't too bad, it gives you a bit of a buff to velocity. But if you want a bit more blast radius, go Volatile Launch, that's going to give you a little bit of a buff as well. But overall, this is a really great grenade launcher, and it's easily gettable and farmable in the Season of Defiance. Before we carry on, guys, can you just do me a favour and let me know down in the comments below whether you like these type of videos from me? I know a lot of people have come to my channel because of the Lost Sector videos I've done, but I really just want to branch out and diverse my Destiny content now. And if you do like these, then that just lets me know that it's worth making these videos. Next, we have another fusion rifle, and this is the Solar Energy Adaptive Frame Royal Executioner. And this could be obtained through Season of the Defiance again. So do the seasonal activity or back at the helm with rank up packages and engrams. And this can also be crafted. So if this is one that you're after, again, make sure you're going there each week to get your red border if you've previously obtained it and got the upgrade. And this is another fusion rifle with a great perk pool. In your first trait column, you've got things like Threat Detector, Lead from Gold, and Envious Assassin. And in the second column, you've got Successful Warm-Up, Reservoir Burst, and Incandescent. And with your battery, you've got some great options in the form of Accelerated Coils, Enhanced Battery, Ionized Battery, and Liquid Coils. And when it comes to your barrel, you have Small Bore, Arrowhead Break, Fluted Barrel, amongst others as well, like Ammo Forged Rifling if you want that bit of extra range. So a great mix there for use PvE and PvE players. My ideal role is going to be Incandescent, Envious Assassin, Accelerated Coils, and Arrowhead Break. But if you didn't want to run Envious Assassin, you've got Lead from Gold, and you've even got Threat Detector in there as well. So you've got some good variety depending on your playstyle. Moving on, we have the Perpetualis, and this is an adaptive frame auto rifle, and this is obtained from Season of Defiance again. So make sure you go and do the seasonal activity and go back to the helm to use your rank up packages. And this can also be crafted. Now, I know auto rifles aren't in the best spot right now, but they are due to get a bit of a buff. This is why I've put this on the list, because it has some really fun perks with it as well. And obviously you can get the enhanced perks when you do craft it. In terms of the fun perks, this can roll with things like Hatchling, Target Lock, Golden Tricorn, Zen Moment, Keep Away, Envious Assassin. You've got Extended Mag, Tactical Mag, you've got Accurized Rounds, you've got Extended Barrel, Small Bore, Arrowhead Break, and Fluted Barrel. So you've got a great selection of perks there. You can really have some fun with this weapon. For me personally, I probably wouldn't have Target Lock on this. I'd go either Hatchling or Golden Tricorn. I like Golden Tricorn. This is Final Blows with this weapon grant bonus damage. While this buff is active, grenade or melee kills of the same damage type greatly increase its damage and duration. But Hatchling is a standout one here for me. This would slot nicely into a Threadling build. And then you've got Envious Assassin, so you can get the extra rounds into your mag. But also Zen Moment is pretty good on assault rifles, so causing damage with this weapon reduces recoil and flinch over time. Magazine wise, I would probably go with Tactical Mag, or I'd go with Appended Mag. Extended Mag's okay, obviously you get the +8 in your magazine, but that does have an effect on your reload speed, and I love anything that gives me a faster reload. That means I can keep doing damage quickly. In terms of barrel, you've got Extended Barrel, Small Bore, Arrowhead Break, or Fluted Barrel. Either one of them four will do, to be honest with you, and it deals strand damage as well. So this fits in really nicely with the strand subclass. And then last but not least, we have the Regnant, which is a void power grenade launcher. This can be obtained from Season of the Defiance like all the other ones before it, and it can be crafted. But before we carry on, there is a bit of a nice bug with this one. If you do obtain this, go to your collections, go down to your grenade launchers, and you'll see that you can actually keep pulling this from collections. So as long as you've got the amount of resources required, just click away, guys, and hopefully you can get the role you want. But I do not know if it drops red borders. If it does, please let me know down in the comments below so everyone else watching the video can see. And we've got a pretty shit hot perk pull as well. We've got in the first trait column, Repulsor Brace, Envious Assassin, Auto Loading Holster. We've even got Fresh. We've got Stats for All. And then in a second, we've got Explosive Light, Destabilizing Rounds, Disruption Break, Unrelenting. And we've also got Spike Grenades, High Explosive Ordnance, High Velocity Rounds, Alloy Casing. And then we've got Volatile Launch, Confined Launch, Countermass, Hard Launch, Quick Launch. It is absolutely stacked in here, which is why this is such a good grenade launcher, and you should be doing what you can to get this if you haven't already. And in terms of my favourite role, I've got to put Destabilizing Rounds in there. I absolutely love this perk. This is so fucking good. Final Blows cause nearby targets to become volatile. Volatile is so good. You can really build into this, especially if you're a Void Hunter and you've got Guild Falcons. And then I'm actually going to go Auto Loading Holster in the next one, pure and simply because I can deal damage with the grenade launcher. I can put it away, use my SMG or whatever other weapons I've got, and then as soon as I get this back out, it's been reloaded. What is there not to love about that? And then I would have Spike Grenades along with Volatile Launch. But if I'm being honest with you, there's so many great perks in here, it really doesn't matter. If you didn't put Destabilizing Rounds, you could have Explosive Light along with Repulsor Brace, or put Destabilizing Rounds along with Repulsor Brace. But then you've got Envious Assassin. There's so many options here. This is why it makes it a must-have PvE grenade launcher, in my opinion. And guys, that is the end of the video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up. And if you've made it this far and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button as well for more Destiny 2 content. Take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.